Hello, everyone. It's your fave again, Alex the Great, aka Fat Nuggets Pig in the City. And if you don't get that movie reference, you might be too young to be watching Hazbin Hotel. But, anyways, so I wanted to come on here and talk just a little bit as someone who went to the show. And first, let's start with the positives. Best night of my life. I had a wonderful time. I got some additions to my little display. Okay. So that's exciting. I multiple times tried to post this video on my edit on TikTok and YouTube. YouTube is just not taking it. But if you're watching from TikTok, go look at my previous video and you'll get some snippets of my day. And I might add some more here on this video. But it was incredible. For people who know me personally, I have had an incredibly rough year, very likely the worst year of my life. And to be lucky enough to get this chance, because I was crashing out. I did not get a ticket until the day before. I was definitely crashing out about not going, but I had accepted it and then I got a ticket. Anyways, I'm rambling. But to be blessed to get this opportunity and then just to have the time of my life, I will literally never forget this. The performances were astounding. Jessica Vosk, bitch. Everyone sounded incredible, but Jessica Vosk, bitch. Anyways, I was also blessed to be sitting in the second row, and I had an aisle seat at that, which is great because I'm tall, so sometimes I need to stretch my knee, okay? And at one point, I remember Christian Borle had came off stage while he was performing, and he grabbed my wrist while he was singing. So I pray they caught that on camera. But even if they did it, I knew it happened. So that was fun. And even before the show, I'm sure plenty of you have seen or heard from other people who were there. Amir came out and was giving high fives and greeting everybody in the line. Blake came out and sang with us. He actually remembered me from conventions because I go to his table every time. Gave me a hug, gave my friends a hug because he remembered them too. So sweet. Actually, I have a video clip. Let me put that in here real quick. So yeah, that was me. I was Fat Nuggets. My cosplay was super adorable, if I do say so myself. And it was just such a beautiful time. Not the entire cast was there, as some people who were announced to be there couldn't make it, unfortunately, but that is okay. They gifted us with so much. The live performances were just insane, and even we learned new songs that weren't in those first two episodes, so that was great. I won't say which ones they were. You'll find that out when Prime comes out. It'll be after the season anyway, so it doesn't matter. But some of my song predictions were correct. Just saying. The first two episodes, I cried. I cried. The tear, and I had to hold it in to not mess up my face paint. But it was just so good. Everything, I can't even find the words. It was so good. And I know a lot of my friends are suffering for not knowing what we saw, but I'm suffering because I can't rewatch it. You know when you see something new and you love it and you just want to watch it over and over again and catch the stuff that you didn't see, the little details. I'm dying. One, because I can't go and rewind back and forth on the ones that I really, really like. I am so sorry. That was so shaky. But and then I can't talk about it with you guys until it comes out. So we're all suffering a little bit. First world problems, I know, I'm sorry. But I just am really grateful. The energy in the building was incredible. And I'm kind of going to, I don't want this to be a negative video, but I'm going to lean into some of the controversy that we've heard about online, and other content creators have explained it thoroughly, so I'm sure you guys already know. But somebody went on Reddit and decided to complain about the fans' behavior at the show, and then there are other people who weren't even there who were repeating stuff that was factually incorrect. There's one YouTuber in particular that I'm sure y'all know. He never has his facts straight at all. Prime example, he said that the performance was first and then we got to watch 2 episodes. That's not what happened. Did you talk to anybody who was there? That's how I knew from the jump that his little video was going to be full of crap. But this is not me throwing shade. I'm just saying, like, talk to people who were there. They asked us to be more hype. Literally the first half of the live performances, we were all in our seats the entire time. Yes, we clapped and we cheered, but it was not a lot. Literally during the second half of the show, the PAs came out there and asked us to do more. They told us to get up out our seats, to yell, to shout, to scream, to fangirl, to do all the things. They said treat it more like a concert than a Broadway show. Literally their exact words to us. Additionally, the one person, the one guy who was doing too much, he was reported. He was addressed, okay? So one person's bad behavior does not reflect the 1,600 people that were in the room. I'm pretty sure that theater is 1,600. If that number's wrong, whatever. But it was a lot of people in there. So the behavior of one person does not reflect the fandom. And one thing I noticed in particular in that Reddit post is that the person who posted it said that they're not even a fan of the show. I don't know why they were there, maybe industry related, whatever. But if you're not even part of a fandom, if you're not even part of a certain type of culture, if you don't have the personality to like a certain thing, you cannot judge the people in that group because you are not one of us. And that's not to be divisive or anything like that. You can be one of us, but if you don't understand what we're like, you cannot judge us, okay? I'll use football as, I mean, I am a football fan, but I'm not super duper sports fan like some people, right? When I'm in the house with my father and my brother and they're yelling and screaming and shouting at the TV anytime we watch a football game, am I going to sit here and act like they're freaking psychos because I don't do the same? No, because I'm not super into football like they are. Their behavior is going to be different than mine because they are super fans and I am a casual viewer. Okay? So if you are not even a fan at all, who are you to judge people's behavior and you don't even have the full story? Because like I said, the PAs told us to get more hype. There was another girl in particular who, when I saw it happen, I personally felt like, ooh, is that too much? I don't know if I would have done that. It was one girl in a Charlie cosplay and she got up in the stairway and was voguing in the background during one of the interview portions. So you could see her clear as day on camera. They did not stop her though. They did not re-record that interview. There was a lot of parts because it's a production. Anyone who's ever been on a set, I've worked on sets before. Anyone who has been on a set, any kind of production that's not a live stage play, they will stop and re-record things as needed. They recorded a couple of performances and one of the interviews and everything. They did not re-record the interview where the girl was voguing in the background. Why? Because production did not have a problem with it. They had us outside even before we got in the building. They told us to do a sing-along, be loud, be together, be hype. They wanted us to be ourselves, which is my favorite thing about this fandom, honestly. It had to have been like Viv and the Spindlehorse team. They know us. They know how we are, and that's because they are similar to us in terms of taste and personality. They understand what this fandom is like and how hype we can be. And they encourage that. Okay? So if you don't understand the culture, and that's just in general, it's like if a white person showed up to a black cookout and didn't understand why we do the things we do. Like, girl, who invited you? Be lucky you're in the room. And I know I'm getting passionate about it. I don't want it to sound like a read, but I just want it to be clear that this was a fun night. And for everyone else who is seeing those negative reviews online, please don't listen to people who weren't there, and please don't listen to people who are not actually part of the fandom. Talk to actual fans who are having a good time. You can ask me questions in this comment. You can go and ask other YouTubers and TikTokers who also were there, okay? We know the truth, and everyone else was exaggerating. It's not the truth. It's just not. So again, I'm going to come to a wrap because I'm yapping. Thank you, Viv. Thank you, Spindlehorse. Thank you, the Has Been Cast. Thank you, everyone, for the best night of my life. And I look forward to the rest of the season. And that is it. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. I love you guys.